Good morning and hope you all have been well. In today's video, we're going to be continuing on with our Pokemon Rejuvenation Let's Play. This is part 44 of the Let's Play, just to let viewers and players know. So yeah, I guess with that out of the way, let us continue on. Alon, where are you going? That's not the way to the toy box. Huh? You said you saw the toy box in the city before? Well, of course you have, silly. The toy box is located in the city. But you can't get inside the toy box from this world. You have to go to your room and sleep, Alon. That's the only way you'll get into the toy box. Dream a dream so grand that it becomes a nightmare. Actually, can we talk to Alon? What does he say? The puppet master is a pretty cool guy. Make sure to go see him inside of the toy box. Okay. It doesn't say too much. Nothing happened. Huh? Is something wrong, Alon? Nothing happened when you tried to sleep in your bed? Well, that means you had a good dream. Didn't you hear what I said before, Alon? You must dream a dream so grand that it becomes a nightmare. You have to have a nightmare. Having a nightmare is up to you. Do scary stuff to ensure that you have one. If I'm not mistaken, you have to get the medallion, right? I think you have to talk to him to trigger the event and all that. I've been having a ton of nightmares lately ever since I visited the woman's shop. Huh? You said you want to know how I get the nightmares. Why would you want to know how I get nightmares? Whatever. I'll tell you anyways. Ever since I bought this medallion from this woman's shop, I've been getting nightmares. I believe her shop was near Pokestar Studios. I think it was down some alleyway or something. Yeah. I think that's also the building that you get the revival herbs and energy roots. I strongly advise you pick up a bunch of them. So yeah. I know I picked up like 100 of each. We're gonna get like a bunch more in the future as we get more money with the amulet coin, which I hope you guys did get that. I didn't mean to skip that, sorry. So it was that lad who bought the nightmare medallion. I tried to explain to him what it was, but he was far too interested in its looks. Yes, I do sell them, but as I've implied, they will cause nightmares. The only way to get the nightmares to stop would be to throw it away. So yeah, if you want to get these, you can. I already bought 100 of each of them. And yeah. I'm also going to buy 2 medallions because we need another one for the Help Center quest for Grand Dream City. I think there's 2 of them total. Both of them are like, you can't necessarily complete them because they're still ongoing. So yeah, but we're gonna get into that at another given point. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, if you didn't get the amulet coin, you can buy this. An item, held doubles. Yeah, so it's pretty much an amulet coin. If you didn't get that, you can easily just buy that, and that'll work just as well if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. I would strongly advise you have an amulet coin or the luck incense. So yeah, they're great items. There's a lot of battles coming up that you get a lot of money, so why not take advantage of the item and double it? Up to you, up to you. Alright, let us continue on. No way. What are you doing here? You don't recognize me, do you? I don't blame you, I don't look like what I used to. It's me, Alon. It's Alita. Yeah, I know I look different, okay? I get it. I don't need another person pointing that out to me. It's been a long time. I screwed up so badly that it threw me into an eternal coma. So much for eternal, huh? I wish I never woke up. What is this place? Where are the others? Where are the others? I don't know. Ask someone who cares. Ah, there I go again. Alon, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you like that. Ever since I woke up, I've been acting so weirdly. I don't know what to do. I woke up from an eternal coma, being eternally grumpy. Look, I'll answer all of your questions later, okay? First, we should try to find a way out of this place. Wait, so you're trying to tell me that you don't want to leave? And that you're looking for someone called the Puppet Master. So you're looking for him as well. I guess fate brought us both together then. I read that like a robot. Sorry. Anyways, I'm looking for the puppet master so that he can tell me how to change me back. When I woke up, I had red hair and a different personality and strange people around me. It's as if I woke up in an eternally different body. It's a horrifying feeling. Imagine going to bed one person and then suddenly you're someone else entirely. That being said, let's work together again. I've got your back, Alon, just like old times. That, for a fact, will never change. I think there's like a few things you can do. I know, what's her name? Flora is here. This is all Alon's fault. I'm going to be in jail forever and ever and ever. And forever I'll be in jail by myself forever and ever. My brother will fall for her forever, forever, and none of the less forever but here too. I'll be in jail by myself forever and forever. My brother will fall for her forever and forever, and none of the less forever but here too. I'm gonna safely assume that she's talking about, no, piss, I'm sorry. I'm gonna safely assume that she's talking about Cassandra and all that, situation and all that, but we'll get into that later. You phased through that gate too, right? That wasn't just me. Okay, well at least I'm not going crazy. Or perhaps I am, who knows anymore at this point. Whether or not you're just an apparition or just a figment of my imagination, I don't care. I'm really glad... I can't read, dude. I'm really glad to see you again, Alon. Our reunions are so much fun, aren't they? Where did that come from? You know, I probably won't ever get to experience something like that ever again. I'll probably just be here and bored, same as always. Show yourself. Is that how you really greet an old pal? I did not mean to skip the rest of that, sorry. Anyways, Zeta. Man, is it great to see you two suckers again. Oh, how long has it been? A few weeks? A few months? Oh, darling, don't give me that face. You're breaking my heart. What are you doing here? I thought what? There's no use, you could have known what happened to me. You want to know why, Alita? Because you failed your friends, girl. You left them to deal with us alone. While you were off taking a snooze, others had to finish the job without your help. And because of that, things didn't go quite so well in the end. I think both sides lost people, 2 on your side and 1 on ours. We lost people in Valor Mountain? Oh yeah, it was quite sad actually. Malia lost her poor old man, and the whole group lost Nim. Fell straight into the lava pit below. No, that's not true. You're lying. Why would I lie about that, huh? Like I said, we lost people on our side too. And who exactly did you lose? I guess you could say I lost myself. So this kind of proves in a sense, by the way, that what did he say, 2 on our side and 1 on his? Or am I mixing it up there? Maybe I am mixing it. Forget it. I was about to say, he probably doesn't even know the whole gear situation then, but I may have just mixed that up, sorry. The Zeta in the real world is no longer the guy you knew him to be. Turns out he was a solosis that was experimented on to be a clone of Malia. Excuse me? So it's just as I thought. This isn't some sort of dream, is it? It's not the real world. It's not, but I can't exactly say it's not a dream either. We're in Nightmare City. Nightmare City? That's what I said, didn't I? Even if I don't exist in the real world, I'm doing pretty well for myself here. My new boss, the Puppet Master, gave me a roof over my head. Rather, an entire world to play in. So you're a pawn of the Puppet Master then. I've always seemed to be a pawn to someone in the real world or not. Out of everyone in this world, why you? I'm not gonna give you all the answers just yet. I gotta leave you two in your own thoughts for a little while, otherwise you'll retain nothing. So this is goodbye for now. We'll see each other real soon. Sayonara. None of this makes any sense. This is all my fault. If I wasn't so stubborn and listened to the elders, I would have been able to help everyone out. Everyone would have been fine. We might have been able to save Nim and Malia's father, Professor Jenner. The city's name is quite fitting, isn't it? It's just a nightmare. Come on, we're gonna find the Puppet Master together. Yeah. So that's honestly something I've kind of wondered. Like, can you even like actually? Isn't Valerie here too? She's on this side, right? No. Oh yeah, yeah. Here she is. Sorry. Those people who walked in the cafe today were so weird, but I'm so weird. What were they even talking about? If I knew, I wouldn't know what to talk about. Huh. Um, I wonder if there's a way to like change the whole event with Alita and all that, with her not getting into the coma and all that. Because Malia at some point said, you know, I can't shake the feeling that things could have gone differently. I think I looked up before that you can't change the story on that, or there's nothing you can do to trigger that, but I don't know if that's true or not, because there's a few things that you can, like, I've tried going to the mountain before without Millie and them, and nothing happened, so I guess not, but there's a few scenes that maybe you can change it. I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it though, but enough of me being dumb. Are you serious? Everywhere we go, there's some sort of obstacle. Well, do things ever tend to go right in a nightmare? All nightmares, and eventually, you are no different. That's true, so why don't we just try to get along for now? You know, I appreciate it more if you just didn't bother us anymore. But I'm not done playing with you two. I mean, after all this is done, when are we gonna talk again? Yeah, you're right. After all this is done, we probably won't see your ugly mug ever again. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sure that's something no one will care about. You're probably right. And not like it matters much anyways, you're just talking to a manifestation of someone's nightmare. If you want to come this way, you'll have to go to the shopping district first. As you wish, Zeta. Let's go, Alon. He won't let us go this way, and I don't think we can force our way through. Let's just head on over to the shopping district and get this over with. So what's kind of cool when it says a manifestation of someone's nightmare? Remember the nightmares Malia's been having? I think that's pretty much why he's being manifested and all that is because of Malia. Kind of a cool little thing to put together. Hey Alon, there's something I've wanted to say for a little bit. I have to apologize for running away from you in Dark Lakewood Forest. I know no, I read it wrong, sorry. I know you didn't know who I was at the time, but I did, but I knew it was you immediately. I just couldn't face you because of the way I looked. You also caught me off guard quite a bit. I was sort of in the middle of something. Listen, I'm not exactly supposed to be out here on my own. When I woke up, I was with the eldest and two other people. I was at some old monk's house with his granddaughter Erin. Ever since then, I've been monitored daily. I would notice them following me when I wasn't looking. They would always ask me a million questions every time I did something as simple as reading. I just couldn't take it anymore. I needed to leave there immediately, so I ran away. We all got our own problems, hun. Problems that don't concern you. Why don't they concern me? Uncle Zeta's here to listen to your problems. We're all here for you. Don't hesitate to tell us how you feel. Are you trying to seem impressive or something? Because the amount of impressed people is still zero. Dang, you're so mean now. What happened to you? I understand waking up terribly, but you're asleep right now. I wouldn't be in such a bad mood if you just stopped messing with us. Man, you're childish. I think I prefer the other people that came to this place. They all think they're dreaming, so they're all a ton of fun to be around. Wait, all these people are actual people in the real world? Everyone present is having some sort of nightmare, but the puppet master takes those nightmares and throws them away. Instead, he brings you to Nightmare City. I see, so technically you can't have a nightmare while in Grand Dream City. How is that even possible? Who is the puppet master? You know, I don't really know myself. I don't think anyone at Team Zen is aware of his presence either. This is like a whole different level, but that's all you're gonna get from me. My boss is starting to get upset with me. Ta-ta. So everyone here is actually a real person. Most people forget their dreams when they wake up, but is that the case here? What's the point of having us run over here? This guy's wasting our time, if time is even passing, that is. I'm sick of this. I knew this was a bad idea. And why is that, Alita? Jeez, you kid aren't phased by anything anymore, huh? We've seen worse. Alright, we're here. What do you want us to do now? Do you want us to climb a building and jump off it while only having one eye open? Or perhaps you would like us to order different types of ice cream in a specific order? This place is your playground, right? Then let's just make it quick. Yikes, girl, you need to calm the hell down. What's gotten your panties in a twist? You got plenty of time. Whatever you say. Hey, I don't ever think you told me how you got here. Why don't you try explaining it to the class? All I did was fall asleep and I woke up here. Next. Oh, come on now. That can't be all. You can only be here if you are invited by the puppet master. There has to be some important reason. For the love of, I've heard you say you were looking for him so that he could fix you. Fine, I heard rumors about the puppet master being able to tell you anything. You need something answered, go to the puppet master and he'll give you an answer. So I bought a nightmare medallion and fell asleep. Now here I am. Fascinating story, Alita. I almost shed a tear actually. Let's talk about how I came to be here, because I'm sure that's what we're all waiting for. To tell you the truth, I've only recently appeared in this dimension myself. When Alon and their group took their first night's rest, someone had a nightmare about me, and thus I spawned here immediately. Who had a nightmare about you? Either Big Sis really misses me, or she's really scared of me. Hey Alon, do you want to see something? What do you think I look like with my hair unbraided? I look just like her, don't I? Zeta, I don't get it. Why are you showing this to us? I don't know. To me, it sounds like you sort of miss Malia or something. I never had a family. Team Zen created me, yes, but they never loved me. I wonder how Malia and I would get along if we didn't get off on the wrong foot. I don't know, but being on Team Zen's side didn't really help you. I don't think, no, I'm sorry. Don't you think I know that? What choice did I have? I knew nothing of this world but Team Zen. I mean, he brings a point. They literally created him, so it's like, what is he supposed to do? Like, I'm gonna head out. I don't like this. Like, no, he was born into Team Zen. That's all he ever knew, pretty much. Anyways, I didn't even remember what I was like before I was human. What guideline did I really have the option to follow? I probably read that wrong, sorry. Now I'm just a lonely nightmare walking around. I was that bad of a person. Bad enough to come back as a nightmare? How annoying. You all want to get to the toy box, right? I'm done blocking your way for now. Just go for it. After all he's done, I can't help but feel pity for him. I guess he was no different from a troubled child. Let's head to the toy box now, Alon. I'll be happy when all this is over and done with. Can't you talk to like some plants that are over here? I love the way you look at the abyss. Can I just go to law school and become a chef? Chefs don't know how to cook. Wait, what? Oof. Big oof. I guess I forgot a item real quick. Let's get that. I think there's like some items and like secrets you can like do here. I'll probably go exploring it on my own time. Vanilla ice cream. Before we talk to her, if you never notice, not this. Actually, it might capture a Muna. That's not a bad Pokemon. But if you never notice, Crescent over here is vibing in the corner. I want to read this real quick. Not much time left, there's not much time left, there's not much time left, there's not much. Soon, soon. I think it's very interesting when she's like talking like that. I don't know if she's referring to like, again, I thought he said we were done playing games. I don't know if it's like referring to what's gonna happen in the future of this, or is it even referring to like version 13 stuff? I don't know. There's just, again, not a lot given there. So, I mean, literally, like, her saying that, it literally could be any event from onward now, or something that hasn't happened yet. So, it's not a lot I can say on that. Very interesting, nonetheless. Zeta, you said you weren't gonna bother us again. I guess I'm bad at keeping promises. Sorry, but there's just one last thing I want to bother you with. One very, very small thing. I want a battle between you and Alon. But this battle won't be between sworn enemies, nor as friends. Just two trainers who have Pokemon and locked eyes. And you know what that means, right? You cannot refuse a battle. Alright, Zeta, pull up, bro. Are you sashed? You're not. Now keep in mind, keep a look on the names of the Pokemon as well. I believe if I'm not mistaken, it's please do not forget about me. I believe it's what they say. Because technically in a sense, if you forget about him, then like, he's gone. That's it. For him at least. Oh, did not mean to hit the mic, I'm sorry about that. On to you. I guess I could have gone to Swampert. That's fine though. Okay, you're out. Silvally. I'm just gonna Super Fang. Oh, we don't have speed, never mind. I guess I can go into Claire. I could just knock off. That is a lot more than it should. Olympia. Just Earthquake. God, why does that do so much damage? That is a ton. I'm just gonna use a Revival Herb. And I guess Sanders. Isn't Savali's like base like 90 attack too? So like, why the hell is it doing that much? That's a lot. I guess then again, they probably just have better like EVs and IVs and stuff like that. So that's probably why. I don't know. It just seems like a lot. I guess that's it for me then. Thank you guys. I really mean it. I guess that's it for me then, huh? I hate to get all sentimental as if this was a bittersweet ending. It's like Alita said, no one will miss me. I'm sure once the Puppet Master is done with you two, I won't be needed anymore. I'll be erased and then that'll be that. Man, I'm just a stupid nightmare, but I can't shake the feeling of not waking up again. Perhaps things won't end how you think they will. Nah, they certainly will. I mean, that's how things usually go. I have one small wish though. When you guys talk to Malia again, could you tell her not to forget about me? I guess we can do that. Thanks. Anyway, the Puppet Master is waiting for you in this room. I wouldn't keep him waiting. He gets pretty cranky. Okay. No, we'll keep the original team. By the way, I think this is like my favorite like soundtrack from the entire game. Well, we're here now, but there's no one around. What kind of stupid joke is this? What's kind of interesting is, I wonder if these numbers have any influence to the game. I believe, there's a puzzle back here, right? Let's see if I remember this. There we go. A box unwind, or a music box winds up, sorry. Huh? Alright, bro, pull up. Alright, what do I want to do? Wait, Beam and Claydol, I thought they swapped into... I thought they were different Pokemon. Maybe not. Maybe not. I guess it don't matter what I think. I know this battle, I mean, again, like, if you have like a really like bad team, then yeah, you're gonna have a hard time, but this battle is honestly one of the easier battles, to be honest. It's not that hard. Especially with revival herbs and stuff like that. Displace quick, break for that. I believe this battle is like pretty simple because you have a leader with you. She definitely helps out a ton. Okay, that's gone. I can go into probably Bork, honestly. I'm just gonna do damage to the Slow King, get rid of that. Oh, you got Shadow Claw. That's kind of neat. I guess just Rockside, just do damage. Maybe get a flinch. Never mind. I'm gonna go into Sonar. Just Air Slash that. That's out. Okay, you live one. Gardevoir. I guess just Air Slash. That's out. Okay. Should live one. Oh, with ease. Nice. Delayed. Air Slash. I'm out. That's out. Okay. Let's go into you, actually. I'm gonna hope Lucario go. Oh, well, never mind. Wait, it doesn't outspeed. Okay, you're gone. Please don't burn. Okay, we're fine. I mean, I guess I can discharge. What type of Lucario has Toxic? What type of moveset is that? Huh. I guess it don't matter though. I don't know, but like I think I said it before, honestly. I may be like dead wrong. I feel like Crescent, the Puppet Masters have some sort of connection. Maybe with like Alexandra, Nim, and all them because they have psychic abilities and stuff like that. Even though I feel like Nim and all them are more towards like the archetype and the Griffin culture and all that type of stuff. I think they have more of a connection with all of that. I'll get into like my theories on that in probably another video, but I think the whole Crescent Puppet Master connection makes more sense. Maybe even like Red Hair Girl too may have a connection, and Kieran I think is his name. I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs. I'm just gonna knock off. Should do over half. Kinda. Just knock off here. Should do 40%. About 30. A little less than I thought it would have. I guess that again, the terrain honestly has an influence on it, so that's probably why. I gotta remember that, you know, it's the terrains that are doing that, so. What's your deal? Why'd you go and attack us like that? Neon and Magneto. I think, actually, I'm gonna write that down. Hold up. Alright, sorry for the pause there. I just kind of wanted to write down their names before I forget. Wait, don't go. Really? After all we've done to get here, and this is what happens? What do we do now, Alon? Wait, there's something in this box. There's a whole other room in this small box, actually. We might as well go and check it out. A door unlocks nearby. This room, I believe the TM Psychic is in here. It's kind of hidden right behind here. And I'm gonna heal real quick. Sorry if I'm being slow. It's just, I want to read the text pretty slowly because they give a lot of cool things in this. Even though it still raises a lot of questions, I'll take any hint or information. Alright, here we go. You two are pretty cool out there, you know. So it does speak. Of course I can speak. I am the puppet master. Yeah, I kinda figured. Why'd you go out and attack us like that before? Well, I had to test your strength as a team. You two better get used to battling more together anyways. You'll need it. Don't worry, I have a gift for your victory later. A gift? What are you talking about? Don't worry about that for now. You'll be getting that gift a bit later. Fine then, let's get right to it. I want you to tell me how I can fix myself. I want to go back to being the person I used to be, who I am right now. This isn't me. I may know how to revert you back, but sorry, I refuse to tell. What? That's something you'll have to figure out on your own. It's crucial to your development as a person after all. Now I must apologize, for I am the one who made sure rumors spread to your ears. I needed you here in Nightmare City, but I could not force you to come. People must visit this place by their own free will, though tricking people to come here is something I specialize in. It's easy to get anyone to believe anything if you make it show up in their dreams often. And if you get multiple people to experience that same dream, they'll think it's real or something. Having power over what people dream can be very powerful. Why, you little insignificant... Hey, hands off the goods, Missy. There's no need to hit me. I brought you here both for good reason. It better be a good reason. I needed you two to reunite. You two must be inseparable. Okay, well, maybe not inseparable, but just about that. Now, I touched on that a few episodes back in Dark Liquid Force and all that, but we'll get into that later probably. You needed us to reunite. I mean, I appreciate it, I guess, but what's so important about us being a team? We've done well alone before, and look where that two got you. You were trapped in a coma for a long time, yeah? I saw what happened on Valor Mountain through a young girl's dream. What a sloppy event that was. The whole thing could have been avoided if there wasn't a lack of communication. See, that's what I was saying earlier, like, I don't know if they're actually... I don't think, like, in-game there's a way that you actually can change the story. I don't think there is. But it just messes with me, because it's like, there are small events that you actually can change for the future. Is this one of them? I'm gonna guess no, but I don't know. Maybe there is a secret and just nobody figured it out. I don't know. So it is true then. Did we really lose Nim on Valor Mountain? You amateurs have no idea what's in store, and it's really funny. You all think this little game is just black and white, back and front. Newsflash, the world doesn't revolve around your little group. See, here's the thing. This is why I put a connection with the Puppet Master and Crescent. They say similar things. I'm not saying Crescent is the Puppet Master. I don't think that one bit at all. It's just no way. But I believe there's something there with the two. There's some sort of connection. There has to be. Your fight against Team Zen is only one shard of the 1,000-piece puzzle. It would help if we actually knew what we're fighting for. This whole time we've been fighting Team Zen because that's just what had to be done. What's their motive? Why are they doing all of this? Yet everyone wants to remain silent and leave us in the dark. That's also fair. We're blindly running into danger because we're told to do so. So, you want to know what Team Zen is planning? Instead of telling you outright, I think it would be best to move you in the right direction. You'll know what I mean when you receive your gift, Alita. And as for you, Alon, we are quite alike, aren't we? Interceptor, oh Interceptor. Whose mind will you inhabit next? Dream a dream so grand it becomes a nightmare. What are you rambling on about? Stop talking in riddles and tell us straight. Why are we here? Why, or what do you want from us? Alright. Well, first, I needed to get Alice and Alan out of that cruddy dimension. I told them to get Alan to come here because I needed to speak with them. They'll be important for later, but I thought it'd be best to get them acquainted with everyone. Don't you just love my kind heart? Anyway, I came here to warn you about something. Just say it already. Pushy! Listen closely, children. Now, this right here, very interesting. 8 souls shine like gold. To create a grim future, they must behold. 1 soul out of the 8 shall slice down their destiny in 2, creating a new path. A path that has only been decided. A future that I've only seen once before. A path that will lead the world in a new era of destruction. That told us absolutely nothing. What are we supposed to do with that kind of information? Morning comes and thus I fade away. We will meet again, I'm sure, O young interceptor. Perhaps it won't be in this time, or dimension, or space, but O young interceptor, O interceptor, whose mind will you inhabit next? To quote an old friend of mine, sayonara. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Wait, you didn't tell us anything. Hey! Oh, and one last thing, Alon. Beware. The Zen purges. Special delivery for Alon. Again? Okay, put it on the table, I suppose. Thanks. There's a lot to think about there. Let me collect my thoughts real quick. Alright, so there's a lot that I kind of had to think about on all this. I do have some like suggestions and theories on it, and I'm going to get into that for a moment. I'm going to get into some spoilers, so yeah. So when it says 8 souls shine like gold, as I said before, I believe that falls into the 4 lights and 4 darknesses, that whole prophecy, because 4 and 4 is 8. Now, again, it could be talking about Malia, but as I said, I believe there's 12 total. I believe the archetype, in my opinion, I may be wrong, I believe the archetype, it's its own entity. It has nothing to do with light, it has nothing to do with darkness. I believe the archetype is strictly some weird Garufin thing that they experimented with on and all that type of stuff. I believe there's a secret thing that you can find by using dive and all that. I have to read the books again on all that. I might be wrong, but let's put the archetype out of the question for a moment. Like Malia, Aaron, Alon, and Alice. Those 4, let's not talk about them for a moment. 4 lights, 4 darkness. They shine like gold. Now, I said before, now the reason I'm bringing this up is because there's some that have not really shined gold, but the one that has is what Nimra, technically, or sorry, not Nimra, Alexandra has. I think Nim has shown it. Malia does, but again, we're not counting her. I think those are the 2 so far that have shown that. I think. Question mark? Might be wrong. I don't know, it's... But then again, like... 8 souls shine like gold. One will cut their future into 2. Or slice their destiny into 2. And one will lead to, what, a new era of destruction I've never seen before? Let me, yeah, here it is. So they slice their destiny into 2. One slice their destiny, their own destiny into creating a new path of destruction and all that. It could be referring to Alice and Alan, because remember, in the one unknown dimension, they were technically as 1, but ever since they got them out, they split into 2. It could be referring to Malia, because technically she did screw up a timeline and brought, you know, the destruction of the world itself. Maybe, or maybe it hasn't happened yet in version 12. It could be like a version 13, maybe 14, 15. I don't know. Um, See, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying. Like, I feel like I have somewhat of the right mindset, but like, I don't have enough pieces to like put everything together. Like, I feel like I'm on the right track. I think I am, but there's just something that's not fitting. There's something that's not clicking with me, and I just don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. You've spoken to the puppet master, haven't you? Wasn't he just wonderful? You'll never be the same now, Alon. Oh, this is just wonderful. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop right there. With all that, I'll probably get more into it in the future, but it's so many things could fit into that, and it's just, I don't know. I think I have something right, but I feel like I'm just missing too much. There's just not enough given. You met the puppet master, didn't you? He's a cool guy. And the whole archetype thing and all that, once I get into... It's probably going to be like after I beat this game, honestly, because you can't really go back to Garden City for quite a while. So we won't be able to go into there just yet. I need to reread the books and all that, because it's been a minute since I've done that. I may have some bits and pieces wrong, and I feel like if I did read the books, I can probably connect something together, but we shall see. There's a note on the back of the box. Hey Alon, remember when I said I had a gift for you in Alita? Yep, Barinos. That's what this is, my friend. This was taken straight from Lavender's stash. I made some slight modifications to it to enhance its appearance, but it should act just the same. Now that that's settled, I think you should go find Alita again. Shouldn't be too difficult. I think perhaps your friendship will guide you both to you. Yada yada. Until we meet again, O Interceptor. Sweet nightmares. And also bringing up the whole Interceptor thing, I have a decent amount to say on that, but I will leave that for a whole nother episode. What? Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I forgot we still had the medallion. My fault. She's outside, right? Yeah, here she is. Alon, I thought you might be living here. Just to be sure, that was you in Nightmare City, right? That was me. Alright, that's reassuring. If that's the case, then I didn't just have one bizarre dream. I guess that's not true technically, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I want you to come back to where I've been staying. I don't want to go back alone after I ran away. I have a friend who lives there. Her name is Erin, and she's really blunt. I don't think she'll be pleased with me after I show my face again. What? You know Erin? She's been staying with you guys while she's been looking out for me? She's been looking for me this entire time. Well then I definitely can't go back on my own. If I put her through all this trouble, she'll definitely have my head on a stake. If you do decide to come back with me, I'll be waiting for you at Grand Dream Station. Yeah, we are definitely going there. What are we at? 43? Yeah, we'll go for like around 50-55 minutes. Why not? Why not? Wait, no, I took the wrong turn. Whoops. I noticed I keep doing that. I'm sorry about that. Also, good morning. Hope you all been well. I've been good. Tired as always, but we good. We're alright. We're alright. Alright, let's see here. Alon, you decided to come with me after all. I'm glad I'm still worth your time. Anyway, let's get going. All you have to do is go through this turnstile. It charges you automatically when you pass it, but I already bought you a free pass. It'll cost you next time though. Nice. We're not too far now. All we have to do is walk north. When you get far enough, you'll find a crossroad. Take the left path, then keep walking and you'll find a place. It's on a cliff, so it's really hard to miss. Hold up, bro. We about to meet another one of my favorite characters. Soda, my man. What's going on, bro? Like, this may sound dumb, but I think Soda is possibly my favorite character in the entire game. I don't know what it is, like, He's such an underrated character. I don't know, like I really like him a lot. Alright, this is the place. Let's just go on ahead and do this, yeah? You got it, bruh. It's gonna be alright, don't worry about it. But what if something happens again? We won't be around to help the situation. If something happened, it would have happened already. Besides, Erin is looking for her right now. I'm sure she'll be back soon. Hey. Alita! Where on earth have you been, Alita? You can't just get up and decide to leave when you feel like it. Especially after what's happened to you. I'm fine, you don't have to worry about me all the time. Last time I decided not to worry, you fell into a coma. Everyone keeps telling me that. I know what happened to me. You don't have to keep reminding me of you don't have to keep reminding me of my mistakes, or the mistakes I made. I get it. Anyways, I found Alon in Grand Dream Station, or City, sorry. Alon, it's you. I'm very happy to see you again. Are you well? You're doing just fine, Eldest. You don't need to ask stupid questions like that. Oh, I'm just trying to catch up with Alon again is all. Where are my manners? This is Soda. Oh, I did not mean to drop my pen, sorry. Pleasure to meet you. I am the owner of this lovely theater. I don't wish to break up such a scenario or such a reunion, but have any of you seen my granddaughter? Man, I can't read, dude. About that, Erin has been staying with Alon. Apparently she's been looking for me all this time. She better have been. That's what I sent her out there to do. Alita, I'm not gonna just glance over this. What happened out there? Weren't you just out there to investigate the wreckage with Erin? I lied. Why? Why would you lie to me, Alita? Because everyone here has been staring me down since the moment I woke up. Don't think I didn't notice you three watching me while my back was turned. I felt like I was at some sort of psychiatric ward. I couldn't take it anymore. Bro, I'm surprised I pronounced that. All it took was one stupid lie and all of you to believe it. We were just trying to protect you. I don't need your protection. I can take care of myself, and don't you dare remind me of what happened to me, because trust me, I'm pretty aware of what happened. Alita. That's it, I've had it. Ah, Erin. I don't care that you can't find her. She ran off and that's no longer my problem. The thing about that, no, you listen to me, old man. I'm done looking for that brat. I know she didn't get lost. I think she ran away when she got the opportunity to. So you know what? To hell with her. I'm done looking for her and I'm going to go to my room to get a well-deserved nap. And that's absolutely final. Erin, absolutely final. Erin, what? Alita, you selfish girl. Next time you decide you want to make my life hell, you better put it on paper first. Because of you, I was homeless for weeks. Just so you could run off and do your own thing? What the hell do you think would have happened to me? I was responsible for you. I convinced this old man to let you... I can't read. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. I convinced this old man to let me take you out on your own, but then you betrayed me. I did all that just so that you could stab me in the back. I hope you're happy, you selfish little... I'm gonna go talk with her. Well, that was a wonderful reunion, wasn't it? Soda, you haven't changed a bit. Bro, I love Soda, bro. He's great. Also, I think there's a little, thing here. Seems like people out here are talking. Do you want to listen? Yes, we do. So Alon finally made their way here. This can only mean that it's almost time, right? Yes, everything she told us is coming true. We're getting to the end of all this, aren't we? I don't have much time left in this world, Sal. Soda, you know not to call me that anymore. I know, I can't help but tease you just a little bit. It's unfortunate that things had to go the way that they did. I really did wish to build a family with you all those years ago. I suppose that's just what the world has intended. We can't go back to our youth no matter how much we pray for it. Yes, we must forget our dreams and protect the young we see before us. We have to make sure this world is safe for every soul walking on this earth. What do we do now then, Soda? We move forward with our lives and act when appropriate. Alright. Erin, listen. I have nothing to say to you, Alita. I'm sorry that I tricked you, but it was something I had to do. Perhaps that was the case. I'm more annoyed by the fact that you refused to let me help you. Instead, you choose to throw me under the bus. That was always your plan, right? I just want you to know that I actually worried about your safety. Now I know that was a huge mistake. I don't know what else to say. You know, people usually say I'm sorry to people they've wronged. Has that phrase completely left your vocabulary? Fine, I'm just going back to my room. I've had enough of this anyways. I don't know who you were before all this, but all you think about is yourself now. Why must you instigate? I am that way. Am I that much of a burden to you all? You really don't remember what happened, do you? What? The day I brought you both back here. You were completely fine, but the old woman was badly hurt. We tended to her first, and then the subject switched to you. Apparently, you've been inflicted with some ancient Garufan curse. And since Soda is a spiritual healer, we brought you to the main hall for healing. Much more inflicts this girl than a single Garufan curse. It seems there are many locks around her heart and soul. Vivian. Is there anything you can do for her, Soda? Yes, I will be able to undo the curse, but that involves also removing these chains around her soul. I have no idea the consequences that will be, so we best be prepared. Aaron, I want you to go get those prayer slips ready. Got it. Get ready. I shall begin the process now. I think you could swing that stick like you could in the old days? You know I still got it. This conversation ends here. I'm not even in the same room and I'm disgusted. Just go on with it. Alright. Let us begin. Aaron, are you almost done with those slips? I just need a few more minutes. Well, hurry. We don't have all day. These chains around Alita's soul, will unlocking them harm her? No, but I have no idea what kind of effect they will have on her psyche. Her mental state may be different from what we're used to. I see. I'm going to proceed with unlocking these chains. Break. What's going on, Soda? I don't know. Aaron, the prayer slips. I'm almost done with them, old man. These prayer slips must be absolutely perfect. If I do them incorrectly, they won't do anything, and you know it. She's awake. No, that's not. Bro, a moment. Cell, don't you dare take your eyes off of her. We can't leave Alita in this state. Complete the ritual. My god, what has happened to this girl? Could the curse be this powerful? What's happening in there? Aaron, we need the prayer slips right now. I'm almost done with them. You know these things take time. They wear off seconds after they're made, so I have to make sure I do this correctly. Just stall a bit. Is there anything I can do to help the situation? Yes, by staying back. Aaron, the prayer slips. Don't nag me, I'm on it. Time to go to bed, Alita. After all that was done, you woke up, but you still weren't quite you. Actually, you were absolutely awful. You broke things, you damaged the place, you attacked the Kimno girls who worked here at the theater. You even tried to attack the innocent bystanders on Route 9. It got to the point where Soda was almost forced to exile you both away from this place, but before he would resort to that, he tried one last thing. To reattach some of the chains we've undone before. With that, he placed his robe onto you and told you to recite a prayer every 24 hours. You were somewhat back to your old self, but with a more aggressive touch. We weren't watching to make sure you were okay. We were watching you to make sure you wouldn't harm anyone. We're looking out for the people who live in these parts. Now just imagine what would have happened if suddenly one prayer wasn't enough. What if you lost sight of who you were again? What would happen? You go off and hurt others because you couldn't control yourself. I would have been responsible for each and every person you touched. That is why I'm upset with you. That's why we cannot let you out of our sights at any moment. Do you understand now, Alita? Aaron, I'm so sorry for everything. I guess I accept your apology for now, but you better not try that again. I hope making myself exceptionally clear. Yes, I'll behave from now on. I just wish someone would have told me all about this earlier. We didn't want to upset you. Any extreme emotion simulation may cause a reaction. That's what we were trying to avoid the most. I understand. Everyone. Eldest, I have to apologize. That can wait. You all need to turn on the TV. What? Let's just do what she said. Hello everyone, it's Volta from Girin City News. We're here to announce the participants of the festival tournament coming up. We've already gone through the brackets A through D and the first bit of bracket E, so now we're going to go through the final list. The last few participants in bracket E are Jean, Marianne, Lucine, Aaron, Alita, Venom, Malia, Cannon, Alan, and the beautiful and talented Riza Raider. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next time. Well, that was certainly something. Why have all of your names been called out as participants for the tournament? I didn't sign up to take part in that. Well, considering all of our reactions, I don't think any of us did. Well, surely we don't have to take part in it. I don't know the terms of agreement for signing up for this tournament. I remember there being a huge thing over people not showing up for the tournament after they signed up. A lot of money was wasted for spots that weren't filled. In the end, Cassandra was livid. If we all want to get out of this, we're probably going to have to pay a huge fee. And I think we could possibly even face jail time. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not exactly swimming in cash. Alright, sorry for the pause there. I don't know about you guys, or no, I already read that, sorry. Why can't we just ever catch a break? I'll go down the Grand Dream District and see what I can do. Alita, I want you to stay here or at least with Aaron. Never go out by yourself. Make sure you are someone you trust at all times. Understood. Chapter 12, Remember I Love You. I can't believe I've been that horrible of a person and didn't even know it. I understand where the others are coming from, but I still had the right to know from the beginning. I'm not unreasonable. I would have understood their intentions, and on top of all of it, I've been signed up for a tournament I didn't even know existed until now. That's just peachy. That's just fantastic. Wonderful. Alita, no need to be so fierce. Soda, how much of that did you hear? All of it, but there's no problem at all. I understand your situation. Please understand that we had no ill intention. We only wanted to protect you. Aren't you people always... I'm always trying to be protected like I'm some prize or something. I'm not a trophy. I don't need everyone's protection. I'm perfectly capable of handling myself. Oh, I'm sure you are, Alita. There's no doubt in my mind that you are. However, it extends beyond just being able to handle yourself. Things that cannot be explained, Why can't it be explained, Soda? Why can't anything be explained to me? So you wish to know everything then? That's what you truly want then? Yes, it is. I see. Then it seems like it's time for my purpose in life to finally be fulfilled. I believe that you are ready to learn the truth. However, you will need the help from your friends. Where did Erin head off to? Do you know? Yeah, she said she was going to figure out the whole situation with the tournament down at Grand Dream District. So how... yes, how peculiar? Peculiar? I've heard about that from the eldest. Anyhow, I believe further inquiries are handled at the Axis High University. Go get Garen. Garen? Oh my god, dude, I'm making up words. No, not words, names now. Go and get Aaron, and while you're at it, go get Malia as well. She should be at the Hospital of Hope. Meet me in the room once you've gathered everyone. Will do, Soda, and thank you for this. It's no problem. Hey, wait, how did Soda know that Malia is at the Hospital of Hope? Wait, why is Malia at the Hospital of Hope? Is she okay? I see, so Venom has been turned to stone. Well, that explains why she's at the Hospital of Hope. I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry that happened to Venom, but we can't just stand around here and cry about it. Do you know how to get to Axis High University? All you have to do is go north of the central building and then cross the bridge. The gate to Axis High University will be right in front of you. I'm gonna go on ahead by myself. I need some time alone. Big bro moment. I guess we can't open that just yet. I guess we have to go through this real quick. Lavender has been assigned to the ER on the ground floor. Of course she is. Where else would she go? Just push the cart, Rebecca. Ma'am, do you require assistance? No, I can take care of myself, thank you. I just have a small wound that needs attending. I don't need to be pushing around on a cart. So if you would excuse me, I'll be on my way. Listen, it's nothing serious. I just need a small wound to look at and treat. I believe Cassandra made an appointment for me or something. Well, let me take a look in our database. Go nuts. You must be Madalis, correct? The one Cassandra sent. Yep. No need to look up the appointment, nurse. I have this one covered. Oh, yes, sir. Miss Madalis, the doctor will see you now. Yeah, I got that. I was only trying to help. So, Doc, you always bring your patients underground to a creepy little room? So, Madalis, do you always spew nonsense when you speak? Touché. It's just a little weird. To answer your question, no, I don't bring anyone down here, period. However, seeing this is a special circumstance, I'm willing to make an exception. A special circumstance? Are you part of Team Zen? No, I couldn't be bothered to take part in their disorganized organization. However, I'm affiliated with Cassandra and she's a part of Team Zen, no? So you two have some mutual partnerships or something? To some extent, yes. I couldn't care less about what she does. All I care about is my research. I see. This is a considerable wound. How did you manage to get this? I fell on a knife. You fell on a knife? Yep, just walking around in the kitchen and oops, fell on a knife. The usual. Uh-huh. Well, anyways, it's not too serious. I've stitched it up and applied some antibiotics. It should heal soon. Just try not to move too much or it'll reopen. Thanks, doctor. No problem. I'm sure you can find your way out of here. Not a problem. Goodbye. Huh? I'm sure Isha won't mind if I take a small detour. What in the... Very interesting. I'm probably gonna head on back to Grand Dream City, honestly. And I'm gonna go back to the Nightmare City because next to the gym is a Audino trainer. I'm gonna get all the team members to what, 75, and everybody else in the PC, and then we will continue on with our next episode. I'll probably record it sometime, probably tonight. I know I had a few friends that wanted to play The Forest, or some internet friends wanted to play The Forest tonight, and a few other games, so I shouldn't keep them waiting any longer. So yeah. Yeah. Again, hopefully you guys, I know I had one commenter saying that they didn't really mind, I think their name was what, T-I-A Frost? Hopefully they don't mind me saying their name on a video, but, I probably got their name wrong, but that's okay. I believe they said they didn't really mind it, so I guess we'll continue sticking more towards 45 to maybe a little over an hour. We're pretty much at the end game as is, and like I said before, I really want version 12 done before version 13, so doing like, you know, 45-minute to like an hour videos now definitely, you know, helps getting further within the game and all that, so yeah. I guess we'll just end it off here then. Thanks so much for watching though, definitely do appreciate it, and I guess we will see each other in the next video. Good morning.